My name is Envy, and this is Ace. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you from the very bottom of my heart. As you all know, my house got broken into last night and I was robbed. Whoever it was stole about $9,150.97 worth of stuff. Immediately when I got home, I filed a police report and everything, and I called my dad and told him about it. I filled out a statement. I tallied up the costs of everything, and the police officer gave me his personal phone number and everything too. The neighborhood that I live in is kind of old, and so we don't have cameras or Ring doorbells or anything like that. I was told that it's extremely unlikely that they would probably even find this person. They swabbed for DNA and everything and brushed for fingerprints. But the problem is those things can only trace people that are already in the system. And so I posted a TikTok last night talking about what happened and showing my area that had been violated and trespassed on. And I honestly wasn't really expecting very much. I set up a GoFundMe and everything, but I wasn't expecting anything really. I was just expecting it to be another TikTok that gets maybe 500 to 1,000 views or something and then it stops. But then I watched all of you start liking and commenting and reposting and everything. And then I saw a lot of you started crowdfunding towards the goal of $9,150.97. Words can't even begin to express my gratitude. I'm really sorry. I'm struggling with my words right now. I'm just so happy. I just thank you all so much. My brain had immediately kicked into survival mode, problem solving mode and everything. I texted some of my supervisors at work. I signed up for an ambulance strike team for these next couple of weeks to try and make some money with the pay bonus that entails with strike teams. I'm still going to go and do that. While I'm gone, my dad is going to be setting up a security system at the house that I live in. And when I get back, I'm going to start slowly rebuilding. I'm at my dad's house right now, and I'm a little bit anxious to go back and even spend the night back at my place. It's a place that my dad owns, and he rents it out to people, but he lets me stay there for free as a thank you for taking care of my grandfather for the last year, and because he says he's proud of me for being a first responder and achieving my goals one step at a time. Ace is such a good boy. I need to go shopping and pick up some groceries, because I didn't notice they stole my entire suitcase and a bunch of my clothes and everything, even some of my work uniforms. But despite all of the shit that the company I work for puts me through sometimes, they had my back this time and they replaced my uniforms for free, on the spot, without even having to place an order and wait. I spent most of the day resetting my passwords and everything. I even made sure to lock my computer remotely from my Microsoft account, so if they try and turn it on, then it'll ping the location, it'll brick the computer, and a little message will pop up on the screen that says, "Better start running, bro." I'm gonna go and change some of my banking passwords and all my sensitive everything and whatever. That's essentially what I'm doing today. And then I think I'm gonna go and take a nice long nap, because I haven't really slept very much in the last 27 hours. But yesterday I went to work at 2:30 in the afternoon, got to the station for 3 to start my shift on an ambulance, and I worked until 8 p.m. We got off at like 8:15. I started driving home, and then on the way home I decided I'm gonna go to the gym. And so I was driving along the road. On my right-hand side, the road where I live on came up, and I stopped for a minute since there was no one on the road, and I was debating whether or not to go and get some gym clothes from home before going and working out. And then I just decided, I'm like, I'm fine. I can just go and work out in work clothes. And that's exactly what I did. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just gone home. I go to the gym. I hit arms. I stayed for about an hour. Then I left to go and treat myself to some dinner. It was good. And I met up with one of my old teammates from my days as an athlete, and we reconnected. I got his number, and We're gonna set aside some time to hang out and everything. So I go and I drive home. When I get home, I notice the vacuum cleaner is just knocked over. I'm just like, well, that's a little weird. Maybe my dad came over today, because he'll typically come over and just piddle around while I'm at work and stuff. Then I go in my bedroom and I see my Xbox 360 on the bed. And I'm just like, that wasn't there before. So I go into my little office area, and that's when I see everything is just missing and gone. And as soon as I walked in that room, suddenly I was a teenager again, walking home 3 miles, 5 kilometers from school every day because I didn't have a ride home, hoping to just go and play some Skyrim or some Fallout 4 or some Minecraft or some Call of Duty Warzone, only to find that all my shit was gone because my parents had thrown a temper tantrum or something, and they had decided to ground me for a couple of months. Like, when I walked into my office, I was like, I don't know, like, I was like a teenager again, looking at these same things, but I got a little bit lightheaded. My blood went cold, and I pressed myself up against the wall, and I shook myself back to the present day, and I told myself, I'm not a little kid anymore. Even when I was a little kid, I never went down without a fight, and I'll be damned if I start giving up now. And then my brain kind of just flipped into action mode, kind of like it does when I'm at work sometimes, whenever someone goes into cardiac arrest or needs life-saving medical attention. Except this time, it wasn't in service to someone else. It was in service to myself, which is something that's always been a little bit more difficult for me. But I called the police. I filed a police report. I called my dad. I told him what happened. I initially thought my dad had come over and taken everything, but that doesn't add up with how he's been telling me he's proud of me and everything. The police came. I showed them everything. It turns out whoever it was had come through the back door. The most ironic thing is while I was on my strike team, out of state, my dad was constantly going back to the house and checking just to make sure nobody was like trying to fiddle with any locks or try to break in and everything. And we had just had this conversation only a couple of days ago. And then I come home and all my shit is gone. I'm okay, these are happy tears. I'm okay, I promise. And so that's when I posted my little video, made my little GoFundMe. I wasn't really expecting very much. I was expecting to just be like, okay, this is fine. It's gonna be a mandatory 2-month hiatus from streaming, and I'm gonna go and grind out some cash on some strike teams. Everything is gonna be fine. It's gonna suck and it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be fine. Because it's not a matter of if I will get back on my feet, it's a matter of when. My expectations were just completely blown out of the water. And all of you crowdfunded $10,000 in under 24 hours. Hell, in under 12 hours. Thank you all so much. Especially to the person who donated $4,000 and the person who donated a whole $1,000. And the people who donated hundreds, and then the 50s, and the 25s, and the 10s, and the 15s, and the 5s, I really don't know what to say. In my mind, I'm still just a little kid playing my video games and making my videos, talking to myself, sitting in my chair alone. But that's not really the case anymore, is it? I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Thankfully, they didn't take my hard drive. All of the recordings that I made over the years that I never got around to editing and uploading that are like still on my bucket list of things to go and like knock out. I'm gonna be working on those like in between calls on my strike team and while I'm at the hotel and everything. And for my short form stuff, for my TikTok uploads, my YouTube short uploads and everything, I think I'm gonna go dig up some clips for my Twitch and everything. I just won't be able to record any new stuff or stream anything for these next couple of weeks. And that's because I'm going on strike team. But when I get back, things will resume to normal. I just wanted to say thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and night and everything else in between. and I'll see you guys soon.